Stoic wisdom, the perils of unchecked kindness. We are often told to be kind, to put others' needs before our own. But what if this virtue, taken to an extreme, becomes a vice? What if boundless generosity, without the anchor of self-preservation, leads not to fulfillment, but to ruin? In a world where reciprocity is not guaranteed and self-interest often prevails, an excess of kindness can indeed be a perilous path. This discourse, rooted in the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, will illuminate 8 ways in which an unbridled spirit of giving can undermine your well-being, and offer 4 robust strategies to safeguard your inner citadel from those who would exploit your benevolence. The 8 perils of unchecked kindness. Peril 1. The burden of unmet expectations. The Stoics, in their profound understanding of human nature, cautioned against placing our tranquility in the hands of external factors, especially the actions of others. When we give without measure, expecting an equal return, we set ourselves upon a path paved with disappointment. The universe, in its indifferent wisdom, does not guarantee reciprocity. To give freely without the chains of expectation is to cultivate emotional detachment, leading to a mind unburdened by the ingratitude of others. For if we neglect our own needs, how can we truly tend to the needs of others? The bitter harvest of such unchecked giving is often a mood soured by weariness, anger, and profound sadness. Peril 2. The habit of dependency. True worth, as the Stoics taught, emanates from virtuous and logical action, not from subservience to the desires of others. Unchecked generosity can inadvertently foster a culture of dependency, where those we assist become accustomed to our perpetual aid. We risk leading them into a comfort zone where their own responsibilities are neglected, for they know we will always be there to shoulder their burdens. If we fail to value ourselves, to assert our boundaries, we cannot expect others to do so. The path of moderation in giving is the path to self-mastery, preserving our mental fortitude and preventing the erosion of our own agency. Peril 3. The neglect of personal goals. To live by reason and virtue, as the Stoics advocated, demands the establishment of clear boundaries and the prioritization of our own responsibilities. To perpetually place the needs of others before our own is to risk abandoning our identity and well-being. Often this boundless giving is a desperate flight from inner turmoil, a distraction from the pain and fear within. Yet this escape is fleeting, for the confrontation with self is inevitable. The consequence is a deepening of internal disquiet, as our own aspirations wither under the shadow of others' demands. Self-care is not selfishness. It is the bedrock of our capacity to genuinely assist others. One cannot pour from an empty vessel. Peril 4. The perception of weakness. Stoicism champions strength and self-possession. By setting firm limits and practicing rigorous self-discipline, we project an image of unwavering commitment to our own principles, earning respect rather than inviting exploitation. Excessive helpfulness, devoid of boundaries, can lead to being perceived not as benevolent, but as weak. Those who recognize this lack of assertion will readily offload their responsibilities, knowing their requests will not be denied. The simple yet potent word "no" is the key to commanding respect and discerning true allies from opportunists. Without this discernment, our time and energy are squandered on endeavors that yield no true benefit. Peril 5. The company of opportunists. Stoicism underscores the importance of wisdom in choosing our associations. Relationships, like energies, align. If our own vibration is low, depleted by constant, unreciprocated giving, we attract those who are negative, demanding, and parasitic. These are the energy vampires, the opportunists who seek only to take, leaving nothing but emptiness in their wake. Conversely, when our energy is vibrant and self-sustained, we draw to us individuals of like mind, those who are generous, industrious, and joyful. To give indiscriminately is to lower our energetic frequency, making us a beacon for those who would drain us dry, departing without even a word of thanks. Discernment, therefore, is not a luxury, but a necessity for cultivating meaningful connections. Peril 6. The risk of addiction. The Stoics championed self-control as a bulwark against the perils of excess. Unchecked giving, paradoxically, can cultivate a sense of perpetual shortage within us, a void that seeks to be filled. This internal scarcity can manifest as a susceptibility to addiction, a desperate attempt to find solace or fulfillment in external habits. Whether it be an overindulgence in drink, food, or even gambling, these behaviors often stem from an unaddressed internal imbalance. When those who genuinely care for us voice their concerns, our initial instinct may be defensiveness. Yet true wisdom lies in heeding their counsel, for they see what our self-deception obscures. Their observations are not accusations, but guideposts to help us reclaim our path and prevent further descent. Peril 7. The Shadow of Suspicion. Stoicism teaches us to act virtuously regardless of external judgment, to build an inner character that is impervious to false accusations. Yet in a world where genuine kindness is a rarity, an excess of it can breed suspicion rather than admiration. People accustomed to self-serving motives may question your intentions, wondering what hidden agenda lies beneath your benevolent facade. This skepticism, while perhaps a reflection of their own cynicism, is a natural human response to an anomaly. Many who offer boundless help often conceal ulterior motives, making caution a prudent response. To navigate this landscape, one must cultivate a reputation for integrity, allowing actions to speak louder than words, and demonstrating that your kindness is a reflection of your character, not a veiled strategy. Peril 8. The erosion of trust. While related to suspicion, the erosion of trust delves deeper into the breakdown of genuine connection. When your kindness is perceived as a weakness, or when it consistently leads to others taking advantage, the foundation of trust in your relationships begins to crumble. People may initially exploit your generosity, but eventually they will cease to respect you. The very individuals you sought to help may come to view you as a means to an end, rather than a valued friend or colleague. This is not a reflection of your inherent worth, but a consequence of failing to establish healthy boundaries. True trust is built on mutual respect and a balanced exchange, not on one-sided giving that fosters dependency and ultimately contempt. To reclaim trust, one must demonstrate self-respect and the courage to say no, thereby re-establishing a foundation of equitable interaction. 4 strategies to safeguard your inner citadel. Strategy 1. Heed the whispers of your inner self. Rooted in the Stoic principle of self-awareness, this strategy calls for an acute attunement to your emotional landscape. The Stoics understood that true wisdom begins with self-knowledge, with an honest appraisal of our feelings and desires. When your acts of kindness leave you feeling depleted, resentful, or exploited, these are not mere inconveniences. They are urgent signals from your inner self, indicating an imbalance. To ignore these internal whispers is to court mental exhaustion. The act of self-care, of prioritizing your own well-being, is not selfish. It is a profound act of kindness towards yourself, enabling you to truly serve others from a place of strength and abundance. If helping others leaves you feeling burdened, it is time to reassess the impact of your generosity on your own health. Strategy 2. Embrace the power of no. Drawing from the Stoic emphasis on self-control and the judicious allocation of our most precious resources, time and energy, this strategy empowers you to assert your boundaries. The word no, often laden with negative connotations, is in fact a declaration of self-respect. When a request threatens to overwhelm you, or when it is inherently unfair, the ability to utter this simple word becomes a shield against the erosion of your personal sovereignty. To shy away from it is to invite a cascade of pessimism into your life, as you become a vessel for the endless demands of others. Practice this assertion, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. It is the path to reclaiming your freedom and mitigating unnecessary risks to your well-being. Strategy 3. Cultivate your sacred space and time. In alignment with the Stoic virtues of self-discipline and self-respect, it is imperative to carve out and fiercely protect dedicated time and space for your own rejuvenation. Engage in activities that nourish your soul, be it exercise, creative pursuits, or simply quiet contemplation. Treat these moments with the utmost seriousness, scheduling them as non-negotiable appointments in your daily or weekly routine. When external demands encroach upon this sacred time, respond with unwavering resolve. Your commitment to yourself is paramount. While offering an alternative time for assistance demonstrates goodwill, it must be communicated with clarity and firm boundaries, emphasizing your pre-existing commitments. This practice reinforces your self-worth and prevents the encroachment of external pressures on your inner peace. Strategy 4. Discern and distance from energy vampires. Guided by the Stoic principles of wisdom and discernment, this final strategy calls for a clear-eyed assessment of your relationships. Recognize that some individuals, like emotional parasites, exist solely to drain your vitality without offering anything in return. These energy vampires thrive on complaint, negativity, and a catastrophic worldview. Attempting to help them is a futile exercise, for their problems often serve as their identity, and their complaints are their currency. To engage with them is to invite exhaustion. True self-control in relationships lies in the courage to distance yourself from these draining influences, thereby safeguarding your mental and emotional health. This is not an act of callousness, but a necessary measure of self-preservation, allowing you to direct your energy towards relationships that are genuinely reciprocal and uplifting. In the grand tapestry of life, Stoic wisdom illuminates the path to balance. Generosity, while a noble virtue, finds its true measure in the middle ground. To give too little is to succumb to selfishness. To give excessively is to invite depletion of energy, time, and spirit. Therefore, let us lean into the nuanced shades of grey, finding equilibrium between the needs of others and the imperative of self-preservation. And should doubt arise, let the simple yet profound word "no" be your unwavering guide, a testament to your commitment to a life lived with purpose and inner tranquility.